Welcome, Taurus. This is your astrology forecast for August. Well, there's a lot happening in the stars this month, so let me get started straight away with the 2nd of August, when we have a conjunction of Mercury and Jupiter. And this conjunction of Mercury and Jupiter is happening for you in your 4th house, Taurus. So Mercury and Jupiter together tend to speak out, sometimes without thinking. I know, Taurus, you don't normally do that, at least most Taurians don't, but when Mercury and Jupiter come together, Jupiter magnifies things. So sometimes something may just come out, especially it could come out in connection to a family member. You may have been something bothering you or something, and you just have to get it off your chest. And that might be a good thing in a way, because if you've been skirting around something and now it's time to really say something that's been bothering you, that's okay. It's just that with Jupiter, you may say more than you had anticipated. This is a wonderful aspect for learning something, for studying something, for really maybe doing something if you want to sell your house or move house or find somewhere else to live. This would be a good time with the Mercury-Jupiter to think about where you'd like to go and maybe start thinking about getting into a contract or organising that in some way, because Mercury is direct, it's not afflicted at this point, so that would be a good time to be thinking about it. Now, on the 8th of August, Mercury is busy this month. Mercury is making a lovely trine aspect here with Uranus. So Uranus and Mercury together, trining each other. It's bright ideas, a spark resolving a problem. So an idea can come to you, especially may come through a dream. So I'm going to suggest that you really, before you go to sleep, especially let's say on the 7th of August, ask to remember your dream. If there's something important, ask to remember it, and then have pen and paper by your bed, because it could be inspirational. It could be something that gives you an answer to a question that you've been grappling with. There's also some resolution maybe with something connected with your home, your family, and also a good idea that you may come up with for a home business, running something on the side, maybe creating a passive income. But this is really inspired thinking on that day. So really good. Now on the 10th of August, we've got a full moon in Aquarius, and it's happening for you, Taurus, in your 10th house of career. So this full moon is shining a light on what you've been doing in your career. If you've been working assiduously to some goals, then this could be the fulfillment, the fruition of things that you've been really working hard towards. It's also shining a light maybe on ways in which you can maybe do things differently with your work. How can you be inventive? How can you be creative? This aspect's making you very inventive. So use that inventiveness with this full moon in Aquarius to maybe reinvent your work in some way. And we can all do that with no matter what you're doing. You can reinvent something and do something differently. For me, I'm doing something differently. I've got some new lights, and I hope it's making the videos more enjoyable for you. It's certainly more fun for me. Now, on the 13th of August, we've got Venus coming into Leo, and so a lot happening in this 4th house for you this month, Taurus. So with this 4th house being very activated, it's probably going to be a time when you're looking at your security, your stability. How can you create security for yourself? Probably going to be looking at your finances, Taurus, because finances are always important to you. And this Venus energy is going to enable you to do something nice in your environment, something that's uplifting for you around the home. Could be something like redecorating, just maybe putting up a nice picture, or maybe painting a picture yourself, doing the garden, sorting out your yard, whatever it is, but something that is uplifting in the home area. And on the 16th of August, Mercury changes sign and goes into your 5th house, goes into Virgo. And Mercury in your 5th house is all about learning something. So you might want to learn a musical instrument. You might want to learn something, maybe you'd love to learn how to write creatively. Maybe you'd love to learn how to professionally make cakes. Something that you'd like to learn that you'd find fun. This is great with this Mercury in that 5th house. It's also a good time for anything connected with children and studying and education and teaching and learning. And on the 18th of this month, we have Jupiter and Venus coming together. These are the 2 most beneficial planets in the zodiac, bringing us good fortune. And when they come together, this is a boost in whichever area they're coming in, whichever house they're falling in. For you, Taurus, it's in your 4th house. So this is possibly an opportunity to move or to expand your living conditions in some way. You may decide to live with somebody. You may have a new romance come into your life, especially with it being in Leo. It could be somebody from your past coming back into your life, with it being the 4th house. So, but this Jupiter and Venus together, relax at home, luxuriate, do something that makes you feel wealthy and prosperous. And on the 24th of the month, we've got the Sun coming into Virgo, into your 5th house. And on the 25th of the month, we've also got a new moon in Virgo. So there's a lot being activated in these 4th and 5th houses. The 4th house being anything connected with home and family, security and moving and business from home. And then the 5th house, anything connected with your creative energy and also connected with playfulness, pleasure, taking a bit of time out. And so what this new moon is asking you is, what can I do that I enjoy? Wake up in the morning and ask yourself, what would I like to do today? And do at least one thing on that list that comes to mind. Yeah? And that will lighten your mood. Because when next month things start to move into the 6th house, then that's time for more busyness and maybe a little more seriousness. But this is lightening your mood, lightening things. It's a good time to work with children, to work with young people. Children laugh a lot. It's great to be laughing. Watch comedy. Do things that make you laugh, that feel uplifting. That's what this new moon wants for you, Taurus. Now, we've got this influence for the last couple of weeks of the month, particularly of this conjunction of Saturn and Mars in your 7th house. Yes, I know many of you have been going through a lot of relationship issues because this is opposite to your Sun that's going on. And what this means is, don't try to take on too much. If you can focus on what's most important, preferably just one really important thing at a time, and really focus on it, then you're going to accomplish a great deal. But the issue is that Mars is impatient, it wants things yesterday, so maybe there's a relationship that you want somebody to move on and make up his mind or her mind and let's do something. And then the Saturn is like a holding back energy. Now wait a minute, maybe you're feeling held up or you're kind of going backwards a little bit. But the key is not to try to accomplish too much. And if you use that energy constructively, then the balance of this lovely, glorious Venus-Jupiter coming together will balance these energies, because this can be quite serious. This is a lot of fun. So that's going to be the challenge this month, if you like, Taurus, between balancing the busy and the work and the serious things that have to be done with finding the pleasure. And you'll have opportunities for both. So, I wish you a great month. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, sharing. Bye for now.